Hi, everybody. Oh. I'm going to do a quick reading on Donald Trump on just today, seeing where things are right now. I'm going to do this more often than, while we go through some intense times. I'm just going to pull out some cards. So right now I'm just asking the universe. I'm going to pull out one more, please. Can I get one more? Basically just trying to ask the universe what's going on when it comes to the universe. What is his behavior? And tell me, clarify, what they're keeping an eye on. Okay, so I pulled out the Hermit here. I pulled out the Hermit, the Knight of Swords, and the Six of Wands. Okay, so I need to just receive a message here, okay? Okay, so first of all, the Hermit just means that he is being asked, they're showing me that he's under a lot of pain. He's in a lot of pain right now. Now, is he in pain like in his ego? Is he physically in pain? Because I'm getting great pain. He's in great pain. But I'm also getting like the divine on the other side of the veil is laughing. So that's why I'm not sure. Is this funny? I know it sounds cruel, but they're showing me that this is a divine laughter. So he's being like, made fun of, or the universe is making fun of him right now, but he is suffering great pain. I'm getting that the universe is asking him to retreat, so to pull away from the world, isolation. Isolation just means like they're showing me some water right now and they're just saying it's really cloudy, okay? Like if you were, I don't know why, they're just wanting me to explain that if you're at the ocean or the lake and it's muddy, like yucky, and you go to look, you can't see anything. So they're showing me ice, they're showing me solitude, they're showing me, isolation, because what we need to do is clean the water so that when we take a look at the water, we can now see the reflection of us. So they're asking him to take a look at himself right now. That is no doubt about it, which means the universe will cause great pain through isolation. He's being taught with the Jack of Swords and the Six of Clubs. Okay, so nine. Okay, so basically they're just saying that he has to understand what suffering really feels like. That's what it is. They're asking him to understand what suffering feels like. So if he's always had a silver spoon, if he's always inherited wealth, and you don't get to just shoot down without feeling pain. So he's in the stage of where the universe is going to put him in a lot of pain, asking for him to suffer in a way of resigning. And if he doesn't, he fails. So he has failed. Clubs means right now, it's being crossed with the Knight of Swords. So he is asking his staff to use their intelligence and fight with swords, which is what we're seeing. He wants to fight and war because he's being crossed with the Six of Wands, which means he has a responsibility to the truth. So he has a responsibility for a truth, and he's asking his staff to fight with the swords. It's stealing. Knight of Swords is actually the 4th of July card, so we're definitely actually talking about the United States, which is kind of cool. I'm getting that he is asking them to use the staff and the swords. I don't know why I'm getting that, to get the victory. So the universe is just saying it doesn't work that way. That would only be honor or dishonor. You can only manifest anything in the world as long as it's good for everybody. So if his decisions are not good for everybody, then they are not going to come into fruition. End of story. So something that we might not be seeing. Hierophant, which just means healing the division. That's what Hierophant means. And Two of Swords. Burnt offerings. This just means either way it doesn't look good. Just either way it doesn't look good for him. And it came out again. Two of Swords. Two of Swords, Two of Cups. So the decisions that he made in his past relationships, his past partners, the Devil. So he buddied up with the Devil. And I've got the Six of Cups, which is children in the past. And I also have the Seven of Pentacles. So 6-6, which is the Devil. We're dealing with the Devil, and the Devil always just means sex trafficking to me. So the sex trafficking of children, he's not telling the truth about that. You know, this is all about hypocrisy. This is about abuse of freedom that they're teaching, and love affairs, and they're bringing it all together. So all of his love affairs, all of his, you know, the hypocrisy, like I said, teaching karma law, abuse of freedom, bringing people, some people have freedom, some people have restriction, and we're just mixing it all together. This is what he is facing when it comes to the karma life. Now I'm being asked to pull out symbols. I don't know if that's because we're going to hear symbols or see symbols, or they just want us to laugh about it, but I'm going to pull out some cards for symbols. What is something that we haven't seen come yet? What can we expect here in the next 7 days or the next week? A lot of my readings are pretty accurate and are happening in real time because the power of manifestation with a Kundalini awakening. Okay, so what is a symbol? 1, 2, 3. This one snapped. Jail. Okay. And prison. Prison. So I just asked what's next, and it's coming out prison. Behind the veil, show me a symbol on how you would describe Donald Trump. How would you describe Donald Trump right now? What are you guys saying about Donald Trump in the heaven? Woo! The taser. That's right. He tasered them, didn't they, in Venezuela? What else? Can I get another one, please? I love that. Taser. Prison. Too many cats. I think that's because my cat just walked by. Or maybe just too many eyes on them and calming them down. Chill pill. Can I get another message? What will be something that he might talk about? He might talk about renting, the landlord. He's going to, he might bring in some fear. So this is all about danger, danger of leaving. I don't know what that is. And money, credit cards. That would be important for us to look for. You know, when he bombed, it was on the number 14, which I keep saying number 14 is war. And if you look on the date that he bombed Venezuela, numerology of 14. Okay, can you show me a number? Okay, I got number 10, which is money, and it means all about good luck. And I got the number 31, and it's all about the globe and the possibilities, because we're changing the world. Have a great day, guys.